Maybe I'll paint instead, eh? Should I paint instead? This room's all done. We can put all the outlets and everything in here. Let's do that. Let's do that. Need some more outlets. Is this dirty? That's pretty dirty. Damn, I should take that off. Oh, these are all three-way switches in there. Oh, crying out loud. Alright, let's already play fucking where is it? Oh man, that's a whole thing all wasted in there. Man, I hate wasting that type of shit. Playing the game again. Where the hell is it at? One of these, one of these. Oh, we got what, 4 of these? 3, 4. Fuck. We'll do a little electrical today. We'll see if we can move on to something else. The list goes on and on and on and on. Maybe we'll paint this too real quick. What do we got here? We got one there, one here, one there. I think that's it. That light's in. Shit, that was it. Put one over here. One there. Got one over here. I gotta hit that one still. Come up to the box. Stupid how these things reverse the actual footage if you go so you can see the damn thing. Simple shit right here. Simpleton shit right here. Hot. See, the difference between me and most though is I'll still get up and try even though I feel like death. I mean, if it gets too bad, I'll lay my ass the fuck down, but tired of fucking sitting down. I don't know if I'll have enough tape to finish this. Oh, do I replace it or do I say the hell with it? This is the first plug I put in this whole place. Next. What's up, Zach? Mommy? Mama! She don't know, does she? Better call for your mammy. Oh, mama. Well, God dang it. I don't know how people could do this type of shit for a living, Zach. How do they do it? They just day in and day out, they get up, go to work, and for 50, say you get a good 50-year run, 25 years of that, you work to give it away to the tax man, to give it away to everyone else. Fucking, that isn't in this country. Man, I don't get it. I worked 8 solid years of my life and I didn't like doing that. Hey? 8 years? What the hell? Yeah. I mean, I worked more than that, but basically, I started over 3 times, and in 2009, I worked non-stop every day for 8 years straight till I went through a divorce. And then it dawned on me how this government could just take what the fuck ever they want from you and give it away to fucking useless people even. Like your ex-wife or whatever, you know, I'm just saying. I wouldn't know, but that's what I hear. It's crazy. So I ain't doing it. COVID fucked me all up anyway, and nobody's gonna go to jail for that. They'll put the honest man in jail for selling a little dope, but you know damn well it came from fucking the government allowance. Why do they do that to us? It's good for ye, but not for thee. I had a guy teasing me yesterday. Said it didn't even look like I ever did a push-up. These weak hoes. That shit is so funny. I wish I could just be a full-time troll. That would be great. So all you do is get in there and piss people off and their little feelings and get paid for it. That would be cool. That would be my dream job. Ma! And most of these motherfuckers got fake accounts or they're not even telling you nothing, you know what I mean? Got no fucking life history at all. Or the little bit they do have was from the block, you know? Till they went to prison and then they, you know, then they got a little bit of a story, just a prison story though. Oh, I'm sick of feeling like shit though, I'll tell you that. I hope Trump makes these motherfuckers pay somehow. I hope he's not just a bullshit. Another notch in the belt for the system. That would be nice. But I have my reserve, that's for damn sure. This thing must be broke. You can't even trust what you see anymore. You know what I'm saying? I lost 2 brothers to fentanyl in the last 5 years. And that fucking Fauci goes free. And Biden is a complete... All these weirdo liberals are complete... If you look up the definition of treason, all these motherfuckers are committing treason, but no charges ever get filed. But if Joe Blow doesn't pay his taxes, they come and take his fucking land that he worked hard for, you know? What the fuck? Even in China, if you buy your fucking land and you get it paid for, you pay a property tax and then you own it for the rest of your life. And apparently this is the greatest country in the world. I don't know. I think I'd rather live where you pay property tax one time and your kids can own it. Oh my God, I got a high pitch ringing in my left ear. I don't know how good I'm going to do on that stress test, I'll tell you that much. Look at that. Somebody did a really shitty drywall job. It was me. I did it. It was me. Man, this is ugly. No, I can't take it no more. I'm tired of waking up with my guts on the floor. You know, it's funny to me, my brother was terrible. You know, he spent most of his life, he died at 43 or 42 or 43. And my other brother died in his 40s too. Both of drugs, both of life and how they couldn't deal with it, basically. Because that's why else do you turn to drugs, you know, for pain and shit. Whoa, that got me! But, you know, we're going with that because I got shocked, but these guys, they get out of prison and they're fucking living in Pity City. Or they're trying to use a avenue to get that money, you know, to get they're still chasing that bag. Which there's nothing wrong with chasing the bag, I guess, but if I only chased money when I got out, I would have never gotten them. Personally, that's how I feel about it. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong about that. Maybe if you just, but then what? You know, I don't know. People just fucking love that dollar bill, though. That dollar bill is everything to them. And these news all the TV and the media and the internet, they're all focused on that dollar. Yeah, you can afford your own misery then, but man, I sure wish we could go back to barter system, you know. Because there's a lot of people that got that bag, that got that money, and they ain't shit. They ain't worth a fucking spit. And they'll stab you in the back quicker than anything. Them people, we should just be allowed to get rid of them. We should be just allowed to get rid of them. Especially if you're over 30, 25, and you still ain't grasped what the fuck matters in this life. I mean, things all matter differently to people, but when it comes down to it, your loved ones should be fucking number one. My kids are everything to me. Money should be shouldn't even be on the fucking list. But if our schools taught the right shit, none of us would have to want for anything, really, I think. No? But our schools are wired to make good laborers. Oh, fuck my leg. Oh, man. Good, obedient workers the world needs. Otherwise, a certain class of people couldn't have what they want, you know? Because they ain't shit. They're either born into it. I don't fucking know. You don't see many blue-collar workers in the third generation. You see few second gen. And it's hard as fuck to become a first gen. You better be real good with your hands, and you better not piss any of the high society club members off because they'll stomp on your neck. You know? It's crazy out there for a pimp. It's hot out here for a pimp. Something, pay the rent. These government entities are a joke. We got some shit going on in my backyard right now over a goddamn bicycle path. The railroad, they came up with these new bullshit rules and laws where they don't gotta give the property owner first option to buy back the land. They squander it through something else and then keep it in the club, you know? Fucking joke. Antiquated rules and laws need to go. It's not the 1800s or none of that shit no more. This admiralty law and all this bullshit rules. But if you got money, that's one thing. If you got money, you can afford to get these crooks in your pocket to fight for you. But if you ain't, just like the unions for these useless cops, another super glorified gang. Not saying there isn't good cops, but you don't hear too much about them. Good cop. The fuck is that? I'm just doing my job sorts. I'm just doing my job, man. Give me a break. Bitch, you get a paid break. Sitting in that car all day long. Oh, maybe it's me. You know, maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm the issue. I'm my own worst enemy. It's true. I am my own worst enemy. Always have been. I've always made friends with the derelicts of the world. I don't know why. Didn't Jesus, this mythical creature we call Jesus, didn't he make friends with all the derelicts too? Just so odd how they invented that shit for the poor would have something to believe in. I suppose even a lot of these rich mother truckers do too. And then they tell you, just God is number one. No, I don't know. We gotta fix this shit. Is that live? Yup. Alright, we gotta play a game called Where the Fuck Is It? Let's go find my rooter router. Oh, I gotta sit down again. Man, I've got some kind of gut bleed or something. I'm not bleeding, but you'd have dark stool if you took a shit and it was dark, then you got internal bleeding. I don't know what the fuck I got. I got too many drugs for too many years catching up with me, probably. Now I don't do none of them. Yeah, I got a hard time believing in God when you see some of the things that happen in this world. Children struggling from fucking cancer brought on by sugars and fucking big pharma. And you think if there was a God, why would you let that happen? Free will of man. Oh, it's so conveniently you got a fucking answer for everything. Of course I'm breaking up because I'm talking real shit. They don't want the truth out there in the world floating around for people to grasp onto. Let's see here. We need a rotor, router, rooter. Oh my lord. Doo-doo, doo-doo. I got one of them round puck things. I should be able to plug it in upstairs. I didn't read the directions though, so I may have to actually plug it into the Ethernet cable. Where did I set that thing at? Man, I'd like to smoke some herbs too, but I can't even do that. I'd feel even worse, dizzy. Dizzy worse. What was I looking for? Oh yeah, the rotor, router, rooter. Then I gotta find some bits for it too. Oh, I gotta order some stuff too. What do we got? What do we got here? I can't believe I just got this back and it don't fucking work. You bastards. Milwaukee. I got so many Milwaukee tools, they should be giving me free stuff. That ain't a thing though. Where's that bag? Here. This is the bag for what? Probably in the drywall case upstairs. What is this in here for? I've been looking for that. There's a pen. Pen. There's no bits in here. There should be bits in here. What the fuck? There's a pencil. Well, remember making guns out of these pens? Tattoo frickin' shit. Yeah, there's shit in there, damn it. Ugh. Caroline. Yep, we're playing. Where in the fuck is it today? I know where it is. I'm just looking for the bits for it. It's a router. It's a drywall router type of thing right here. And I had a diamond bit down there, but that didn't last very long. We got to cut in some boxes upstairs and make a mess. And the bits I need look similar to that, but that ain't it. No, I think they are upstairs. That is a 3 amp hour battery. What the fuck? What did that even come with? Dizzy, sweaty. I'm supposed to press this little button on my chest every time I get dizzy, sweaty spells and shit, and then write it down and all this other crap, but I've done it like 15 times now. I don't know that they need it all the goddamn time. I'm just gonna ignore it. When I do that stress test, it's gonna tell the story anyway, so fuck them. What is this? Oh, that's that punch I made. All right. There's another bag like this that has all that shit, but it's a... I need to make a spot for this damn thing, because this is always in my way. No. We got some of them in here. The fuck, this drawer is full of junk. Look at that little weird thing. Oh. There's a lot. Hey, look at all these good bits in here. Oh, there's a carbide burr. There it is. I found one. This is a little one, though. We want a fat one. See, it's got a flat edge on the top. That's for following the drywall box or whatever you're doing. I like to use the thick ones, though, because they last longer. Oh. But that'll work because that's the chuck we have in there, so. Chuck a duck, Chuck. What else we got? Man, I might have to call her quits today already. Inside the mind of a convict. Dude. You want to look at yourself like a clown, you'll be a clown forever. They need it every time. I know they do. They're probably women. Some of these guys in the world are never going to understand why they can't stay out of the system, you know? It's the mentality, bro. Stay away from them fucking glad-handed motherfucking no-gooders and you'll stay out of prison. You know? Get the fuck away from them. But then you gotta be like my brother and you tattoo your whole fucking body, even your lips and your tongue and your ears inside and out, your nose, your forehead. Who gets dope fiend tattooed on their knuckles? You can't even fit fiend on your knuckles because it's 5 fucking letters, you idiot. That's what I told him when I seen that. I was like, you fucking clown. But he's dead, so go figure. Hey, what a surprise. They glorify this shit and they think it's cool and great. And they're trying to make money off their story. I understand that, but it's like, god damn. You're romancing the shit, dude, and it's drawing the fucking clowns of the world. I used to hire felons and people fresh out of prison because I used to go to my fucking parole officer and say, hey, who do you got for me this week? Not a one of them motherfuckers did good. Like, they would last for a week or two, but that was it. Yeah, I mean, it's terrible. I never had any visible tattoos, so if I would have never even be, they wouldn't have given me a first try at fucking being a contractor. And I was well spoken and everything, and I was good at what I did. Otherwise, there was no fucking way. The first 3 times they denied me to be a contractor, it was on good moral character. You can't prove good moral character, you know? They just rubber stamp you, send you out the door. Wake up, little Susie, wake up. All right, we gotta actually work through this. These guys don't get it, man. You gotta separate yourself fully. You can't just do it a little bit. You ain't fooling nobody. That's like in court, you know, when you own your shit, the judge is more apt to say, okay, look at this man's owning his shit. Don't make up excuses of why you robbed the old lady. You were hungry. Say that. Don't say, And then the vernacular too, hey? What it is what it is, yo. Shut the fuck up. You're not helping your case. When my brother got out of juvie and that, for the first time, he sounded like a complete clown. What is wrong with you? Wake up, little Susie, wake up. I understand some of these guys are born into, whatever. But, golly gee. Everybody knows that you gotta act a certain way in a professional setting. But you hard, bro. You hard. Fucking hard, alright. Hard life. It's a hard knock life for me. And then you ain't got not a fucking skill in your bone. I knew a guy, I shouldn't say kid, but I was in prison with, and he could recite every fucking name in baseball or whatever. Every fucking name, their stats, all of it. That's a gift. There's a need for that somewhere in life. You gotta encapsulate that and bring it to fruition. You can't just fucking be out there smoke. He was a crackhead. Smoking fucking crack and wondering why your life sucks. You know? Am I wrong? I don't know. So we gotta look at how cheesy this fucking thing is. It's a hard knock life for me. It's a hard knock life for me. I don't know. People get fucking so bent out of shape so fast on these interwebs too. You go above my mama? No, dude. Even if I was. 7 1/4 by 5 1/2. 7 1/4 by 5 1/2. Oh, mama. Fingers are that dirty, they're leaving a trail. 7 1/4, so we're gonna go this way. 8 1/4, because I burned an inch. What would I say? Oh, I can't remember nothing. 7 1/4 by 5 1/4, huh? 5 1/4. I feel sorry for you, Charlie. 5 1/4. Now, if I had my laser, I'd use my laser, but I don't got my laser, so we'll get something else. Why didn't I remember to do that? Tattoo your whole vagina all up. At least you can cover it up. Oh my God, I'm moving like a slug, like a fat fucking cop that ate too many donuts and is waiting for a speeder, but he doesn't want to pull him over because he's a fat fuck. Where did that come from? Uncle Andy, what's up, bud? This is cool shit, dude, right here. Yep. So, that's like everyone across the internet that speaks any kind of truth. They're hunted by the fucking bebopping people that got their lunch money taken when they're kids. The too farers, the far lefters or the far righters. It's always one of the two. The goofy balls. How dare you have an opposing opinion? They get all bent out of shape and they start crying about it. Mama! Thanks, bud. I'm looking for now. I'm trying to finish this apartment here, but I'm always feeling like sweaty, sick, something in there. Look at the mess I got. Caroline said she's going to come clean it for me, but you know how people talk. They say this to your face and pat you on the back, but then they forget about you. As soon as you're out of sight, out of mind, you know. They don't really love you. Damn, I forgot what I was looking for. Oh, a level. Damn. Let's go down to the junkyard downstairs and find a level. I was supposed to have 3 weeks to get this done, and then my boss let me have another 3 weeks. And by boss, I mean the two women over across the street. Because you know what happens when you got two women living next to you and they're mad? Fucking life is hell. All right. Small level. I don't think I got one down here. I did get these cylinders back though, so we could start working on this old 1962 backhoe. That'll be in the future. Man, I had a small torpedo level here somewhere. I just wandered. This is what I do, Uncle Andy. I wander around in here until I find it. We play Where the Fuck Is It? That's a game that we play in here. And sometimes my viewers will be like, hey, I remember where it is. And then I'll be like, yeah. I'm building these cabinets. Here we go. Here's a nice little level. That'll work for us. I'm trying to build these cabinets. I got a sawmill out there, and I made everything in this place. I built this whole building by myself, basically. Maybe I had a guy here or there helping me. Not much, though. I could have used that, but it's 7 foot tall level, 6 foot tall. Okay, back we go. Back we go. Let's see. Yep. So we'll cut this in. Usually I'll mark it with a pencil, but I don't have one, so we'll just mark it like this. Let's see. Take this off. It's not a very good level to do this with, actually. Ugh. Oh, I can't put that back in. I never used this to do this before. I'm realizing that was a bad choice. Okay. I had some white gangbangers trying to offend me the other day. They didn't realize that I was the man they thought they were. You know, where do these guys think that prison is the only place that people get fucked up in this world? I don't know. It's crazy. You know, that's like these prisons and these prison workers that say that it's so bad in prisons, and they use the worst of the worst prisons to kind of dictate to the population to say that, hey, it's so bad, we need X amount of money in here. My job is so bad. Well, that's like a cop. You chose that fucking line of work, dude. Don't cry about it now. How are you gonna cry? That'd be like me crying about building a house, but that's my job. Well, why does the roof gotta be so tall? What? Well, that's different. That's not life or death. How is it not? If I fall off that motherfucker, I'm dead. Right? You can go to your local bar and get killed just as easily as you are in prison. You know? Anyway, this is how that router works. I score it like this with my knife. I'll get you a better view. The needs and wants of the world are out of control. And we've never had it better in our civilized lives. So why are people so fucking distressed? Put Cat 5 wire and Romex and whatever they call this stuff in this building because I didn't know, and I put it everywhere because I didn't know where I would want it. But this is just a rental building basically, so what am I doing? What a goofball. That ain't right. That ain't right. These go up here. See, this is why I'd get fired nowadays. I don't even know what I'm doing. What am I doing? Okay, we got it now. Now we just go like this. How do I live this world? Oh, a magical mystery mind. My head's spinning. Be alright. Oh, is this guy going in there too? I gotta put this in first. See, be a real man. Don't use directions, okay? Does that gotta go in first? I think it does. No, it doesn't. See? I'm going to push this in there, and then I'm going to find out I need to put this... No, I don't. I shouldn't have to. I don't know. Mama! Mama! Magical mystery mile. My head's spinning. I don't know why. Yup, they don't understand. You gotta get yourself out of the fucking situation, or you're just gonna end up right back in it. Even talking about it for the first couple of years can trigger something, because you got that prison mentality of, fuck, that's been so long I don't even know anymore, but you just got a chip on your shoulder, because in prison, if you don't check someone right out the gate, then that's going to open the door for other people. And it's like that on the street too, but more so in prison, because you're gonna fight right then and there. You know, I don't know why these aren't cut. They weren't cutting yesterday either. And then people are frowned upon by these young kids for speaking the truth and trying to stand up to the ignorance of the past, because you know and you've been there. And then they think you're a fucking buster or a mark or whatever the fuck they're saying, you know, because it's against the criminal code, which ain't no fucking criminal code, I'll tell you that. They play a good game, but they'll fucking rat you out for $1 in a heartbeat. In a heartbeat. And this is a live wire, so you might not want to do what I do. Yeah. Where'd that plug go? Mama, what's up, creator? Nicole. Uncle Andy's a new member in here. He's good shit. Down to earth. No bullshit. Loves the truth. Like anyone else that's blue in my chat. Anybody that loves truth gets blue. What did I do with that? Anybody loves truth and willing to speak up, even if it's a friend, and say, hey bitch, you're wrong. You're wrong. I love to be told I'm wrong and then proved so. The fuck, that's how you grow. It's okay to be wrong. It's not okay to be wrong and then continue to fucking be wrong. Like, dude, what the fuck? What in the fuck? I got coax cable connectors downstairs. I'm not gonna do none of that yet. Let's play Where the Fuck Is It real quick again. Where is the plug that I had for here? These are supposed to come with a plug. Man, I'll tell you. See, this is a different one. Why do I got a different one? So this one's gonna be, oh, I don't know. Yeah, see, these go, because that one's gonna have to get put on first, hey? Oh, maybe not. I don't think that's for there. We got that one, we got that one, we need one more. I don't know, that must be an extra from some other time. I gotta find the smoke detectors too in this rat hole. All right, where are we? We need one of these. Let's grab 2 of them. I gotta figure out, I gotta walk around in here. When I wired this, I should have put, this is for coming out here, right? You got a hallway light, and then you got a light. You always put your first switch as you're coming into the room to turn that light on. Just like if you're leaving, you always want your first switch to be for the one that's going. That's my motto anyway. So I should have had another bank of switches right here. And I don't know why I don't. I put them over here instead. So I got a 3-way here. So this switch turns that one on and these ones on. And I believe this one shuts them off too. So there might be a 4-way in here. I can't remember. Yeah, okay. So we don't need another one here of this sort. We got this one is a 3-way for there. So I'm thinking that this one is going to be a 4-way for that light over there. For some reason, because this one is for there. Or do I put, see, this should have been for there, not there. Ah, see, that's what happens when you're half sick and you try to do outlets and stuff. And this is actually for the garbage disposal, which has to be on its own circuit. But I didn't put in a garbage disposal. And we're gonna be tearing this off. So if somebody wants it, come get it. I'm tired of it. It's a fucking piece of shit. I think after I get done wiring this room, we're gonna paint that room over there. because these two little rooms don't matter as much. But the mom and her daughter are gonna be taking 2 big rooms, of course. Alright. Wired up. We need to go back to the barter system. So all these politicians could freaking starve to death. Am I wrong for that? Am I wrong though for that? And I got shocked 4 times and I think we put in 10, 12 outlets yesterday, live. And they were live. We were doing a live outlet. Shocking. Come on, man. I think top carpenters that aren't in a union, that own the business, get like $75 an hour or something. And that's if you own, well, if you own the business, you're gonna make more than that, but a paid worker probably gets 30 or 40 in the union. And these politicians are making how much? And free what? For how long? And that's why you gotta work for 50 fucking years and never get ahead. Cause these roaches are getting it all. What the? Like Cal Williams said, say it again for the people in the back. What the fuck is going on? Why? Okay. People keep doing it though, they just keep doing it. These are goofy ass boxes, by the way. Oh, I forgot. So, damn, I forgot. I forget a lot of things. If you look at this, what's up, Kevin? See how these remodeler boxes, a remodeler box is anything like this that has these ears on it. And what you do, you can cut a hole just like this. This is basically a remodeler box. And then you could stick it in there and these ears hold it back and these ones pull it tight to whatever you're putting it in. Well, if you see, it's got a little indent right here where these ears are higher than this. That means you need to break these ears off. Otherwise, it's going to sit proud and your trim piece won't sit tight. And I forgot. So I got to just break these off quick. Oh, please, our business. Thank. What? Man, I'll tell you what. I get so many. Yeah, I mean, I had the state police or some shit called me and they're like, will you support state police? Blah. I said, fuck no. fucking calling me, you cocksuckers. You fucking bitches get enough money. Give a shit about you motherfuckers. I ain't never called the cops in my life. Not that, you know, if my kids went missing or something, I'd probably have to use them, but if I knew who did it, I certainly wouldn't fucking call the cops. Other than that, dude, mind your fucking business, you won't need no fucking cops. The fuck? Those bitches don't, they sit around more than anything, just waiting for shit to happen. Cops were invented so rich people could feel safe. They weren't invented so poor people could feel safe. Poor people ain't got nothing to lose. You know? All the shit that oppresses us was meant for these fucking cockroaches. With a capital cock. Roach. Let's see what I did like this. Oh yeah, that's beautiful. The solid working man will never get ahead. Not unless he plays the game right. And even then it's hard because they already got the deck stacked against you. Fuck, I can't get this through there. Put this shit back in there. I'll do a separate video on this. She's probably gonna put her office in here. And this probably should have been on that side, but I figured this for a bedroom, that the bed could be here and the TV could be there. Because eventually this is going to be VRBO. Alright. Oh. That is not the right cover. Damn. There's all of me, there's all of you. Okay, well, let's find some covers. I need 1, 2, 3, 4. I got a switch cover. We can do that quick. We can do that one quick. If they're the same color. I don't know, I got so many different colors. You don't want cheap hard plastic covers. Nowadays they make these ones that they're flexible. And what happens on the old school ones, they were hard. And when you put your screw in, if this wasn't perfect, you would crack it. So if you ever buy these, make sure you can bend them like that, see? Otherwise they ain't worth shit. They're not worth the shit, they're where the politicians live. Oh, and you can get oversized plate covers too if you suck at cutting your hole. Which I've had to do a couple times. At least one time. Oh, these screws are shitty. What the fuck? Are you kidding me? Wow, these screws suck. They're too short. Anything to save $1 in this damn world. I hope before I die, we see something happen with these crooked politicians and they get tried for treason, you know? Why is nobody getting charged with treason? I mean, I could name off 5 or 6 people that guaranteed back in the day they'd be freaking strung up treason. Bring back treason. Anybody that's lying on the TV or misinformation shit, they should all be held for treason. That's a direct attack against we the people. In my eyes, no? Am I wrong for that? A softie is good. A softie is good. Ha ha ha. Oh, here, I'm bringing you with me. Because I don't know if we're going to find these. And if we don't, we may just give up for the day and do something else. I got to make some fence panels down at the sawmill there. I got a bunch of boards stacked up. I need to make 5 6-foot by 6-foot fence panels. And I think I'll just make a jig, and I actually need to make 10 or 12 of them right out the gate, and make the next 4 or 5 in different shapes and styles and put them out there by the road for sale. Oh, that'll turn all these lumber here into thousands of dollars. But it takes the effort. Oh, agony, agony, agony. All right, where are we going to find some switch plate covers, huh? Mess. These I thought would be a good idea, because sometimes you got to get your caulking gun in a certain area. I haven't really used it yet. I bought it a long time ago. I got a lot of stuff like that. Ooh, that looks nice. I'll buy it. And I never use it. Oh, let me plug in. This is a special kind of light switch. You guys wouldn't know about this. Oh, yeah. Look at that. I don't know where this screen goes, but I got to find the other screens. Here's what my corners look like in there before they're put on. And there's a lot of different types of this. You want to get the sturdy stuff, not the limp stuff. Let's see. Anytime you do drywall, you want to do a first coat of Durabond. It's my rule anyway. You do whatever the fuck you want, because it looks great from my house. Look there. I found a set. Is that going to get us there? No. I dropped that whole bucket in the back of my truck and on the ground one day. That was fun. That's always a little extra thing for life, you know? I'm surprised we found these, actually. Well, let's use these up and go from there. Hey, what's this? Oh! He did it all for the nookie. Yeah, we're gonna paint. That's what I said we were gonna do. This is the easy part right here. Matter of fact, we're gonna go into this other room and do those first. Because these are gonna be livable rooms. Can you see me now? Yep, the younger generation just doesn't know how. And people that been in prison for 20 years straight, and they went in when they're 20. It's a whole nother world out here, basically. I knew a guy, he's the absolute reason that I got out of prison. And we both kind of saved each other, because I wrote the letter that got him paroled. He had 35 fucking years in when I met him. And he got firebombed by the Aryan Brotherhood in fucking federal prison because he broke out of prison. You can look his name up. His name is Clayton Cook. He's quite notorious. He started the biggest prison riot in Wisconsin state history in Waupun back in the day. But he was my cellmate when I got out of the box. And he said, hey man, who are you trying to prove something to? Because every time you hit one of these guys in the head and then you go to the hole, when you get out, there's going to be another young knucklehead to replace him. So you just... And the reason that he could tell me that, he didn't tell me it like that, but the way I got it is because he was me when he first got into prison. And he broke out of Kettle Moraine State Prison in 1981 on Christmas Eve. So he ended up with like 100 years or something. But he got paroled. The letter I wrote stated this: I've been incarcerated for the last 35 years, and I've seen multiple sex offenders for heinous crimes and people that were in for murder walk out of the prison doors, and ever since, he never killed no one. He was in for bank robbery originally. And they kept him in there for all them fucking years. Alright, so I wrote this big long letter, and he ended up getting paroled that fucking year. But it just goes to show you how nobody gives a fuck. They'll let these sex offenders get away before they let a armed robber, all he wanted was the money. He never killed nobody. 9 times out of 10, them fuckers ain't trying to shoot nobody. They just want the money. Give them the money and they're gone. But the taking the guard hostage and all that shit. He said when they broke through the gate at Kettle Moraine, everybody in the car was screaming, "That's money!" Because they're going to have to pay restitution, You can look it up. Clayton Cook. There's video on him where he got amnesty for settling out the riots. Good fucking dude, man. He's dead now. Excellent human being. Regardless, there's a lot of them in there, though. He got firebombed by the fucking AB in federal prison because he told them all to suck his dick. That's why we got along, because we wouldn't click up with nobody. Yeah, you might get me, but I'm gonna get you. So we might be both bleeding. Because I ain't joining your fucking club, bud. You ain't ruling over me. I'll die on mine, too. But anyway, that's a long time ago. Oh, this one's hard. What the fuck? Well, I'm going to show you what I mean right here. These are all the hard fucking ones. No wonder. No wonder they weren't opened. Oh, did you hear that? Snap! Gonna have to work. Alright, we're done in here. That one's got that. I gotta do doors. Ugh, I had a lot of work here. I gotta get carpet. That's gonna be the next thing after paint. Carpeting. Carpeting. Black people had to fight for civil rights. Civil rights. This fucking world is something else. We had a guy running around in the world one time that was killing off all the Jews. What the fuck is going on, man? We got confused young folks thinking that color is a... Ooh, why is it doing that? I don't know, man. It's crazy. Why am I can't put these on. We got to paint in here. Let's paint. Let's paint really quick. Fuck, just what I want to do. Okay. We're painting. God damn it. Let's put all this shit in the middle. I don't know. I just ramble off. That's all a guy can do anymore is just think out loud, you know? Gay rights! Fuck that shit. I don't care, you know? As long as you're of age, queer whatever the fuck you want. Just don't try to queer me or I'll slap you in the mouth. And if you queer my kid, I'm gonna go 6 feet under. Guaranteed. Alright, let's find some paint and shit. Actually, let's open this piece of pile up and see if it's any good. It's a couple of years old. I don't give a fuck. When it comes down to it, I don't really give a fuck what you do on your own time. It's not my business. But don't try to force me to think a different way than what I'm thinking, you know? That's fucked up. Ooh, I don't know. I'll give you a close-up in a second here. It's not looking that great. Oh, look at that, hey? It looks like one of them buckets they've smuggled over the border and it's really meth in there. Let's get a whip and whip it up. Whip it good. Do-do-do-do-do. We got some paint and stuff here, because remember I was painting in here like 4 years ago. Okay, let's see. Is this a decent brush? This is a good brush. This is a better brush. Here is a... What in the fuck? Why is there garbage in here? Oh, I'm carried away. I still don't see a whip, though. Why the fuck is all this in here? One time I was doing my shower at a different house, and I had a bunch of pieces like this, and they were real expensive because of the brand. And my woman over there threw them all in the trash because she didn't know what the fuck she was doing. And I had to rebuy them all, and they were expensive. This is what I'm looking for here. There's 2 pieces like this that I gotta save. So I had to rebuy all of them damn things. And that really sucked. Damn, I don't think I got him. Either way. Perfect. These are the best spatulas for digging mud out of a round bucket. We got some more paint there. Let's see. Where are my big rollers at? This and this and this. This is a must for cutting in. Gay rights. You're getting funny on me, eh? Funny guy. Let's see. No, I don't give a fuck if you're gay as long as you're not preaching to my son that he should be gay before he's fucking 18. Like in schools and shit. I don't give a shit. Why would you care what the fuck 2 grown-ups are doing in their own fucking house? Fuck that. Just don't come over by me with that shit, okay? Because I'm going to politely tell you to get bent. Where did it go? Here's a roll. This roller is for my paint sprayer. There's some rollers. This is what I'm looking for, the long rollers. See, this is why we play this game all the time. Or where the fuck is it? I got an actual paint. Oh, there we go. We're getting. Where the hell did it all go? We're getting closer. We're gonna use this because that paint is old. I suppose I could just. I want to use this though because it's so much faster with a big roller. Oh, my light switch fell apart. God dang it. Look at it, I got some electric heaters up there I pulled out of a job. I didn't even remember them were in there. Back when electric heat was cheap. Huh? Oh, fuck. Here's a thing to tell you where to cut your round corners. Never used. All right, we gotta find the roller. And there's a handle. We gotta find the roller head. They got two little yellow pucks that go on the side. Ooh, oh, we're getting somewhere. This thing here is actually to wipe your round corner off, you know. I guess you could use it for other things too, but get the last of the smegma off. I don't know, settled down. I don't know where them round, oh, this one's good, hey. I don't like, that's a deep nap though. That's not for flat surface. We might as well grab one of these too in case we gotta touch something up. I'm not gonna fuck with that. We'll take this guy and this guy. Look at this. Pop, pop video. Remember when MTV used to actually show videos? I've been saying that lately. Remember when MTV actually showed music videos? That's a pole sander. I'm looking for a big gray handle. It's my favorite handle. That one probably would work. There's a couple $1,000 in drywall tools. What is that? A deep nap roller. I think I have an open bag. There's my electrical pouch. I hate wearing pouches. They hurt. They hurt. Mama, ow. Oh, we need a whip still, hey? Whip it good. Do I like this one or this one? Let's take them both, eh? Fuck, we're gonna paint some shit today. I think I might put on my, nah, maybe not. Well, I got some stilts there. I might put them stilts on to do this, to cut around the top. And matter of fact, I'll do the top. I'll cut around this top. We'll paint it, and then if I feel still okay, I'll cut around in there. And then I don't think I'll be able to do much more than that. Because I am a vagina. A bird in your house? What bird do you got in your house? What the fuck is going on here? I think that paint whip is all the way downstairs. I gotta find a clean bucket too. See these fucking things. What is going on here? Somebody took this off and didn't take the plastic out, or look at that. Come on, man. How was this even cleaned? That was not me. Is this gonna be a decent one? I shouldn't even have to be doing this right now if I would have sprayed this whole building like I usually do. I hope my gray pole is not missing. Let's go look for a clean bucket and a whip, because we gotta whip that up and then we gotta pour it into a different bucket. Otherwise we'll get chunks and we'll have pieces everywhere and it'll really get my OCD wild. What is this bucket? I left all these buckets. After I did this tile, I didn't come back up here for like a year. Oh, look, and that's what happens when you do that. That could probably be used again. Let's see if we can clean this out. We'll pour that paint in here. Then we'll clean that bucket out and pour it back into here. But we need a whip. Whip it good. Probably easier to just use one of these buckets. Nope, that is gross too. Back. That sponge looked like it could be thrown away, but we don't throw shit away here, okay? Ain't nothing wrong with that sponge there. Ooh, let's not get this one all dirty though. Look at them shitty underpants from my 5-year-old or 4-year-old at the time. Still sitting in here. Fucking goddamn it. You know you've had kids before when you got a pair of shitty underpants hanging around. They ain't shitty no more, but real shit, real life shit there, Bob. Cleaning little kids' shitty drawers. Probably won't let me say that on the fucking goddamn interwebs, though. All the preverts will go wild. What did he say? Shitty underpants? Oh! I'm fucking... What the... Fucking sick bastards. Okay. What in the fuck? This is a mess. Why didn't I clean this up when I had a chance, eh? Because I can't. Oh. There's the top to that thing. Okay, let's go downstairs. Clean this out. We'll get a whip. We'll come back and paint some shit. God, I love going up down these stairs. I don't know if it's warmer out yet. $121. Ooh, it is definitely warmer out today now. It was like 50. It's probably 60 when I came over here. It feels like 75 now. Bang, bang. Is that how you do it? Just drop it on the ground a couple times. Here's a nice scraping rock. Oh. Hang on. Does anybody follow Fast and Loud or whatever, that fucking TV show? I guess that guy's going to prison or something, or losing everything from ripping people off with cars that were modified serial numbers and shit. The fuck is his name? Gas Monkey or whatever? That's crazy, hey? I don't know. It's hard to tell what the fuck is true anymore on the interwebs, but I thought that's what I saw. You going to jail, buddy. No matter how many rich friends you got. And then who else? That little rich kid that went and dug up all the gold. He's facing some time too, maybe. With his greedy ass. Ooh, that's questionable right there, but we'll see. Bring it upstairs and clean it out more. Oh, where's the whip? Whip it good. I know I painted some shit down here and I used that little whip. Oh, man. Brain, come again. Where the fuck did you put the whip at? There's one. Perfect. Look at there. See? Never too far. All right. What else didn't we need? We don't use no goddamn tape when we're painting either. That's for females and rookies. So I should probably use tape. Ah, shit. Let me clean this out. It's getting warm up here, that's for sure. I'm gonna set you guys. I'll go grab this thing. We're gonna paint. We're gonna do some edging here. All we got is that wall, this wall, and this wall. And this, if you call that a wall, shouldn't take long. I mean, I'm no Mexican, but I'll try. These fucking people and their goddamn boundaries. Boundaries. In today's world, we still got boundaries. This is my land. This land is your land. This land is fought for, so let's fight again then. Why don't we just fight about it, hey? May the best man win. Same thing with Ukraine. Quit giving them motherfuckers our money and let them son of a bitch. They talk all Russian over there anyway. What the fuck do we care? Biden, you piece of shit. Fuck. Fucking liberals, man. I wish we had an answer for all the world problems. We don't. We won't. That's why I question the validity when people talk about God. If there's a God, why does he make people suffer? Why does he let children suffer? Go through fucking pains like they got cancer and all this shit. I've seen stronger children than a lot of fucking grown-ass people. Facing death in the eye. Yeah, there's a God, alright. There's a God, then he's got one hell of a sense of humor. I ain't gonna say there isn't, but I ain't gonna say there is. And these fucking lunatics that actually have a religion, they are way the fuck out there. Way out there. Man, this thing sucks. Dog for this here horny toad. Let me see. Changing my mind here. Let's go look at a different bucket selection. Be pouring fresh, clean paint into that piece of shit. What's in here? More paint? That's bad. Ooh, that's full. Ceiling paint, because there's some kind of special fucking ceiling paint. You know how many? Oh, there's a bunch of whips right there on the ground. There, now we're talking. Let's grab one of these clean. That's how we do it around here. We just dump that shit on the floor. Now let's take this guy. That'll be way better to whip it good. All right, now we're talking. Now we're cooking. Gas. I just couldn't put that clean paint in that bucket, you know? Let's clean this quick. Ooh, that is crunchy. Got a knife in my pocket. Nope. Well, maybe we'll use the other whip. We gotta stretch that cloth over this bucket and then dump that paint in there after we whip it. And then I'll probably clean that other bucket and dump it back into there. I don't know, we'll see. I'm gonna grab that other one quick though. We'll whip it on the floor in here and see if we can't make a huge mess. Oh. Dang. Yeah. What do you mean? Oh, here we go.